Welcome to the Airport Operations and Management course. I hope this will be an interesting and informative course for you as we learn together about the intricate workings of airports. Now, at the beginning here, to set the stage for our studies, I want us to start by recognizing the vast, far-reaching impact that airports have even beyond the aviation industry. Now, we all know that airports are where airplanes take off and land and where passengers catch their flights and where we connect to a vast system of multimodal transportation infrastructure around the world. However, with the aviation industry just a little over 100 years old, it is actually considered as an industry quite young. Even so, did you know that aviation itself generates over $1 trillion in economic activity every year? Did you know it is responsible for 10 million jobs? Airports support that vast industry of aviation by throughputing almost 800 million passengers every year. And over 10 million aircraft, for over 10 million aircraft departures per year and billions of tons of cargo. In this course, we will learn that an airport is not just an independent entity unto itself. And we'll ask questions. Are big airports more important than little ones? Are hubs more valuable than feeder airports? We will learn to think of an airport as one important part of a vast regional, national, and even global system. Consider this, as you think about that, from 1 Corinthians chapter 12. For even as the body is one and yet has many members, and all the members of the body, though they are many, are one body, so also is Christ. For by one Spirit we were all baptized into one body, whether Jews or Greeks, whether slaves or free. And we were all made to drink of one Spirit. For the body is not one member, but many. If the foot says, because I am not a hand, I am not a part of the body, it is not for this reason any less a part of the body. And could you imagine your foot saying, because I'm not a hand, I don't want to be a part of it, so you'd live without the foot? That wouldn't make sense, right? So verse 16, and if the ear says, because I'm not an eye, I'm not a part of the body, it is not for this reason any less a part of the body. If the whole body were an eye, where would the hearing be? If the whole were hearing, where would the sense of smell be? But now God has placed the members, each one of them, in the body, just as He desired. If they were all one member, where would the body be? But now there are many members, but one body. And the eye cannot say to the hand, I have no need of you, or again the head to the feet, I have no need of you. On the contrary, it is much truer that the members of the body, which seem to be weaker, are all necessary. So just as we individually have been given different gifts, talents, and abilities, we are to use them in Christian service to the good of the body of Christ and the advancement of His kingdom. And God created us each with individual, specific gifts and calling. No matter how small it seems, His plan is perfect, and He has said we are important to Him. As so with an independent airport, connecting through aviation to the vast global transportation network. So our subject here of airport operations and management, it's a complex one. We're going to be discussing large airports that have more self-sustaining infrastructure than some cities. And we'll be discussing small rural community airports that need financial help through special federal funding just to stay open. You will learn that in the United States, the federal government invests billions of dollars of taxpayer money every year in the development and improvement of airports. Why? It was not always the case. Do you think the taxpayers should be responsible for sustaining airports? Or do you think just the flying public should be responsible for the airport infrastructure? Or is it a combination of both? If an airport is small and just serves a community of people, should the federal government, through taxpayer money, support that financially? Think about these questions as we go through the course, and I look forward to hearing your thoughts in the discussion posts.